First time home buyer mistakes. In this video I'm going to go over the top 5 mistakes that first home buyers make so you don't have to make them. Alright, I'm going to get through them quick, so pay attention here. By the way, if you can avoid the 5th mistake, you're on a fast track to home ownership. Number 1, buying your house before you're pre-approved. In my business as a mortgage broker, I can tell you this happens on a monthly basis. It should be pretty clear to the average person, but apparently it's not. So you need to ask yourself a question here. That is, can I get the loan for this house? Because if you can't answer that, then you could just be wasting your time and losing your dream home whilst you're at it. Mistake number 2, going to your bank. Despite the fact that mortgage brokers do about 70% of all home loans these days, I still get a lot of clients that just went to their bank and they came back to me just as clueless as they were when they started. I've had clients who came to me and said something like, yeah, we went to the bank 2 years ago and they said no, and they just thought they couldn't do it. Borrowing large sums of money, guys, is complex, and different lenders have different lending policies over who they will lend money to. Mistake number 3, guys, not understanding how much cash you need. Usually when you're buying a house, the bank does not want to lend you 100% of the purchase price. That's too risky for the bank. And we all know banks don't like risk because risk means losing money, and banks don't like losing money. Figuring out how much you need is not simply reading a few articles online. For example, right now you'll see that first homeowners just need 5% to get into the market. You need to take into account other costs such as purchasing costs, what grants and schemes you've got access to. So it's not that simple, guys. Mistake number 4, wanting to borrow too much. This is a real bugbear of mine. The truth is people don't want to live in a bad suburb or a house or a street. I personally live in one of those lower class suburbs in southeast Melbourne, and I've literally had people say they would never live where I live, and instead they continue to pay rent and be poor. I want to share something here. When I started in finance, I worked in Beaumaris, which is a fairly affluent suburb of Melbourne. None of those guys started in luxury homes. None of them. They either bought these properties when they were worth nothing and they re-renovated or rebuilt them, or they bought and upgraded to their next home. Let me put it this way, the people that reached as far as they could 12 months ago are feeling the pinch, and after 10 interest rate rises in a row, they don't know how long they will last. Not using the experts. No one gets to the top of Everest without using Sherpas, guys. Engage professionals early and you'll get up that mountain to home ownership. If you need more help on buying your first home, we have a free online community if you're in Victoria. If you're not in Victoria, you can follow the links to my business and you can schedule a quick call and you can ask your questions and they will be answered. Cheers.